Oh, he wants to play now. Hi guys, this is Sydney and long time no see. I feel like I haven't filmed in ages because I have pre-filmed before I left for Korea and I've also been to Paris. So I literally got back last night and yeah, I just felt like I needed to film something ASAP. I'm sorry if you can hear Milo playing with his toy. It's kind of squeaky, but that's kind of the only way that he's gonna let me film. So I'm sorry if you can hear him, but today I was thinking about doing this segment or series on my channel for a while where I review either 2 or 3 products that I think are similar in terms of the concept of the products. As you can see, I have my eyebrows and my eye makeup but no base makeup. So I'm not sure if you can guess already, but I'm going to be comparing these 2 foundations. I haven't tried both of them, so it's going to be a comparison slash first impression. And please don't mind the cut over there, it's healing, so it's all okay. This foundation is MISSHA's Signature Super Light Oil Foundation in the shade W21, which basically means warm 21. And this is Giorgio Armani's newly released Maestro Glow Foundation in the shade 2. So I'm sure you can tell by the packaging, they are both these kind of glass bottle packaging and they both open like this, and I'll show you guys the applicator. So this one is MISSHA's and this one is Giorgio Armani's, and as you can see they are both in this kind of pipette applicator. So that was the main reason why I thought they were very similar. I'm not sure if you can hear them. This one sounds more liquidy than this one. So this is MISSHA's right there. It's not as runny as I expected it to be. And then I'll have the Giorgio Armani one as well. So that's the Giorgio Armani one. Right off the bat you can tell that the Giorgio Armani one is a lot more liquidy and it's a lot more peachy and orange than I thought. The MISSHA one looks like a normal foundation shade. It might be a little bit too light for me. On the back of my hand I can tell that the Giorgio Armani one is a lot thinner in texture and the MISSHA one is slightly thicker. So I'm going to be applying these foundations half. I decided to get 1 brush each for each foundation because I didn't want it to get mixed up. I think I'm going to apply the MISSHA one on this side of the face with this Morphe G2 brush. I'll be applying the Giorgio Armani one on this side of the face with this MAC 190 brush. Like I said, I just got back from Paris and my skin kind of freaked out with Paris water, so I just thought it would be the perfect opportunity to show you guys the coverage, how it looks on my skin and everything. So keep that in mind that my skin is still very red and quite bumpy, and I'll sort of evenly distribute that on my face. I think the MISSHA one has a scent. I think I could have gone away with 23, but there's nothing that's like unbearable. So that's the first layer of the MISSHA one on this side with a brush. I'll be taking the Giorgio Armani one on this side. Now that I'm applying it on my face, it doesn't look as orange or peachy as it did on the back of my hand, which is weird. As I try to blend it into the skin, it kind of turns paler. So it's not as dark or orange. So that's a single layer of the Giorgio Armani one here with a brush. And because my skin is pretty bad at the moment and I want a bit more coverage on my face, I think I'm going to take these makeup or foundation sponges to do second layer of each foundation. This is Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge and this is Daiso's Poop Sponge, which is just as good. So I'm going to take the MISSHA one with the Real Techniques one. I'll just mainly focus it in the very inner parts of the face. Yeah, it's definitely giving a lot more coverage than the brush, obviously. So that's the MISSHA side done with the sponge, and I'll do the same with the Giorgio Armani one. It's so weird, it looks so much darker on the back of the hand. Like, as you buff it into the skin, it provides a lot more coverage. So that's both of the foundations on my face, second layer of each foundation. I look very glowy and a little bit pale, but that's fine. I really like how they look on my skin. I look uber glowy. I think I have to put something on my lips. I think I'm gonna put this, the Face Shop's Ink Liquid in the shade BR01. That's better. And because it's a very glowy and oily foundation, I kind of want to see how well it lasts on my face. I think I'm just gonna go and kind of go on with my day, do some chores around the house, go to the supermarket, cook, eat, and I am actually really interested to see how it would look and feel on my face at the end of the day. So the time now is 11:15, so I think I'll be back around dinner time to report back to you guys how it looks and feels on my skin at the end of the day. So the time now is 6:07 at night. So I've had this foundation for like 7 hours now, and I don't know, I can't really tell like a massive difference, to be honest. I mean, foundations do usually last very well on my skin because my skin does not produce any kind of oil. So if they don't get drier on my face, then it's good. It never gets like oilier or it doesn't really rub off. Surprisingly, these foundations don't really transfer a lot, considering the fact that they are very, very moisturizing and oily. That's the GIORGIO Armani side. As you can see, I'm hitting pretty hard. You can see my cheeks wiggle. And this is the MISSHA side, which I think is about the same, to be honest. As you can see, my lip makeup is gone because I've been eating. I've also been to the supermarket. What I've noticed is that the eye makeup on this eye is slightly more smudgy than this eye, which kind of means that this side was a bit more oily. And I've also noticed that the dry patch on this side of the face kind of looks more obvious than the ones on this side, and it kind of makes sense because the MISSHA one is still very runny and very, very moisturizing, but it wasn't as thin as the GIORGIO Armani one. I really like both of them, to be honest, like considering the fact that my skin is really bad at the moment. I've got these red spots and bumps. I haven't concealed or anything like that, so that is good. So my final thoughts on these foundations is that for me, who has very dry skin, I think these are both wonderful. I just really love how it feels on my skin, and I also love the fact that it doesn't really transfer around, considering the fact that it's a very moisturizing and kind of oily foundation, which usually tends to be very smudgy and transferable. If I were to choose a winner, considering the price of these foundations, this one is around the £10 mark. With the MISSHA monthly sale, you'll probably be able to get it cheaper. This one is 40 quid, which kind of hurt me when I first got it because it was so expensive. It's the most expensive foundation I own. So yeah, the price difference is huge, but on my face I can't really see much of a difference. But the only downside of the MISSHA one would be that the color range is poorer than this one. This one has more color range because obviously it's a foreign brand and they provide wider range of color with their base products. But since MISSHA is a Korean brand, it's only divided into 21 and 23, but they have divided warm 21 and 23 and cool 21 and 23. So I think that's a good kind of feature for a Korean brand to start doing things like that. So if you have similar skin types to mine, or if you are the one who struggle with foundations that are too drying on the skin or too cakey on the skin, I think these are both amazing. So I hope my review comparison slash first impressions was helpful for you guys. If you like these kind of contents of comparing higher end brand and lower end brand, or Western brand and Korean brand, definitely let me know in the comments box below. And as always, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I'll see you guys in my next one.